welcome to the Church of Caron. Hats off to all of you who had to work today on Memorial Day, especially my Trader Jane's buddies over there, working till 9. What's up with that, Trader Jane's? And hats off to all of those who serve in our military, who have served in the military, and who have died as a result of serving in the military. Hats off to all of them today. And to my dad, who is no longer physically with us, who served in the military as a fighter pilot in World War II, shot down over the Mediterranean, picked up by the Italians, then the Germans, and was in prison camp for 2.5 years before the war ended. Thank you, Dad, for your service and for giving of your time and almost your life. Sadly, those who were flying in the flight pattern that were with my dad for that particular mission did not survive. So hats off to them and their families. So behind me is a religious painting you might see. It's the Madonna. But this actually is the Madonna with a twist, because she is called the Madonna of the Peppers. And this I found several years back in a hole-in-the-wall gallery above a yarn store, of all places, in Denver, Colorado. Tiny little staircase to crawl up, and there, lo and behold, was this piece. I fell in love with it. Done by Blake William Flynn in 2012. And this just grabbed my heart. Recently, I was in a conversation with artists, the Awakened Artists, that is spearheaded by Alexander de Cadenet. And we were talking about art and faith and spirituality and God. And I said to the group at one point that I don't believe in God because of the Bible or people either, but because of fruits and vegetables and nature. That's why I believe in God. And so this piece, and then David Green, the artist in the group, posted that. So I felt like I needed to do a follow-up explanation. Some people were asking me. And so here's the thing. The Bible is relatively new on the scene. Before the Bible, there was oral history, right? The oral communication of the Bible. And before that, God existed. So for me, even if someone wanted to burn all the Bibles in the world, I would still believe in God. Nietzsche said, God is dead. Well, Caron Caron says, God is alive. Ha ha ha. Why do I say God is alive? Well, because I'm a visual person, I'm an artist, and I look at things from a very visual point of view. I am not a scientist. I did not go and get a science degree, but I look at things very visually, and I feel like that has a lot of truth and a lot of power in it. And it's funny because the arts are often the lowest at the totem pole for education, math, sciences, those things are at the top, but the arts are at the bottom and sometimes aren't even included. However, when people travel to Europe, if you're in the States, I'm talking to you, or other places that are in Europe, when you go to Europe, what do? You typically go to museums, right? Because they have amazing museums. And you're going and you're looking at these visuals. And you're experiencing artists and cultures and time periods because of these visuals. Art is extremely important. Architecture, also extremely important to what we know about a people and a culture in the past. And yet, it's revered in a museum, but it's, I don't want to say despised, but it's dismissed in education. So, as an artist, I see things visually. So for me, when I look at a kiwi, and I go to a grocery store, or I go to a farm, or I go to a market, farmer's market, yay for all those people out there selling organic fruits and veggies, thank you. And I try to buy organic as much as possible. So, two fruits, similar in size, but very different in shape. Also very different in texture, in color, in taste, and in smell. This to me is divine. It's also, to me, the work of a magnus opus creator. Seeds are sprinkled on the outside here. Seeds are set in a circular ray when you cut inside of this. Very beautiful visually. There is a beautiful green inside, the ruby red on the outside. Here we have a skin we cannot eat. Here we have a skin we can. Okay? These are just two fruits. But let's go beyond what we see, what we taste, what we feel, what we smell. Also, in each of these is a little hospital, a little pharmacy for you and me. These two, if you Google them, you will find their health benefits for your body. The kiwi has its own unique health properties, its own disease prevention, its own vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, strawberry as well. And what I also love is that we can do different things with these fruits. We can eat them, but we also can be creative with them. And we can make things like strawberry and rhubarb pie. I'm not sure all we can do with kiwis because I haven't done a lot with kiwis as a eat kiwi, but they make a lovely garnish. They're very beautiful. And we can throw these in smoothies. It is strawberry cake, strawberry cookies. But, you know, the problem is when we start adding sugars and they start going down for us in value, and we start cooking them, they also go down for us in health value. But here's why I believe in God and not evolution. And there are some people out there I know who believe in God and evolution. But here's why I don't. If we look in Genesis, it says everything is made after its own kind. So now humans can manipulate this and they can, you know, breed certain things together and create something. But on its own, a crow will never mate with a sparrow. And on its own, a dog will never mate with a cat. Okay? There is no dog cats running around. So we have this in life that we clearly see. Okay? And strawberry seeds give birth to strawberries. Kiwi seeds give birth to kiwis. The other reason why I don't believe in evolution is because of these. Now, there is no way a strawberry on its own could imagine to create this shape, this color, with the little green leafy top, and its taste, plus all of the health benefits for me, a human. If this is true, that this strawberry could do all of that on its own, then this is a very brilliant strawberry. And I'm in awe of it. Well, I am in awe of it because I see it as a magnificent creation. Same thing with the kiwi. These have properties in them that are for us. This to me is God's love. This is God's love language to us, this food. Now we know as humans, we love to fuck things up. So, we're now throwing pesticides on everything. And as a result, that's part of the reason why we are having uh, the demise of the bees, along with the electromagnetic wave problem from the cell phones. And there are many other things that are happening in the environment. But, you know, throwing um, pesticides on the soil, on the plants, it is ruining this for us. Okay? Farming now has sped up time so that there is no time to rest. When the Bible talks about 6 days of creation and the seventh day to rest, that actually is a really good MO to follow. Not only for ourselves, to give ourselves a break, but also for land to settle, rest, and then rejuvenate itself with all the bugs and all the things that are in the soil that are good, that are healing, that are necessary for us. The soil needs a break, but farmers aren't doing that. Now, we're getting a new group of people who, thank God, are realizing, whether they believe in God or not, I don't care. The fact is that they are realizing the sacredness of soil, the sacredness of our bodies, our temples, what we put in them, that these have a sacredness about them that help us if they're organic and not full of pesticides. And Monsanto, or Monsanto, but it's really Monsanto. Monsanto is putting pesticides inside seeds and insisting farmers grow those pesticide seeds. So these GMO seeds are horrific for us as well. And again, we just love effing ourselves up. God gave us freedom. He gave us this planet. We also have the opposites here. We have love and hate here. We have good and evil. We have joy and sorrow. We can hurt, we can heal. Those are choices we make because we're not robots. People say, why do bad things happen to good people? Well, because people choose to do bad things. We have a choice, and people choose to do bad. That's it. They can choose to do good. They can, but they choose to do bad for whatever reason. And then, unfortunately, people get affected by those bad choices. But if we all chose good, if we all chose love, if we all chose justice, then hello, this earth would be a great place to live. But it's based on us, on our actions. Okay? God created this amazing earth. We have spectacular terrain. If you travel, it's just awesome what you see. And if you don't travel, you can Google and look at pictures online of this amazing planet. And then we have this amazing live food that was given to us that has inside of it all of the things that we need to survive and be healthy. And then I look at the blueberry and the cherry. And again, two very different fruits. Cherry's a little bit bigger. Blueberry's a little smaller. Very squishy when you eat it, sweet, right? Cherry, a little tart. Seed is inside. There is no large seed inside the blueberry. Again, very different. Different, again, with their properties of healing for us. And to me, I see this as God's love again and of God's joy. When we eat healthy and good organic foods, we feel better and we get healthier. But we have allowed ourselves to start living in a very commercial society so that we go into these grocery stores and most of what you shop is not in the perimeter with the live food. No, it's all the boxed and packaged foods. And we start our kids off on these terrible cereals and pop the stuff into the microwave, which is not good for you either. And we have desensitized to God's love for us, God's creation. So Blessings to you. Eat organic, eat live food.